You have got some explaining to do, Anne. This is lunch? You know my aversion to fungi. Those slimy, rubbery things in my sandwich? This is torture.
Wait, you don't like mushrooms? But I had no idea. Your mom and her friends had a surplus from their gardens, and I thought, well, now I know there's actually mushroom stew planned for dinner.
Oh no, don't you dare tell me there's more. Is this some kind of cruel joke? Why me? Why is the universe conspiring against me?
Sophia, please, I'm truly sorry. The stew's been simmering for hours. But if you hate them that much, maybe you could make yourself something else?
Oh, that's helpful. Starve myself on top of this insult? Mushrooms in my lunch, a fungus-filled future. Is this your way of saying you hate me? Seriously, Anne, what is going on here?
Hate you? Of course not. This is entirely unintentional. Just a lapse in memory.
3 years under the same roof, Anne. You think I'm that gullible? Honestly, you're like a leech clinging to my brother for his blood, sweat, and income.
Please don't talk to me like that. I work from home now. I'm not some pampered housewife.
Work? From home? You call surfing the web all day work? You're bleeding him dry while he busts his gut. My brother deserves better than a parasite.
I asked you to stop with those names. I contribute plenty around here. In fact, maybe you could start contributing more than your negativity. Frankly, after this conversation, making dinner for you suddenly feels far less appealing.
Unbelievable. You're the worst kind, Anne. No respect, no gratitude. Don't you dare insult my family. You're nothing but a burden, living off my brother's charity. Have you never heard of the word thank you?
That's it. My parents are off limits. I will not tolerate you dragging them into this.
Maybe if you weren't so despicable, I wouldn't have to. Honestly, why do we even let you freeload here? You're a black hole, sucking the joy out of everything.
I can't take it anymore, Braden. I'm at my wit's end. Living with Sophia is like a waking nightmare. Today she crossed a line I can't uncross.
Whoa, slow down. What happened? Did Sophia lash out again?
Lash out? She tore me to shreds. My parents, Braden. My own parents. She called them stupid. And then had the audacity to claim I contribute nothing. That I'm some parasite clinging to you.
She what? That's beyond the pale. She's been pushing boundaries, but this is unforgivable.
Why does she torment me? She's a viper, Braden. And has the gall to claim I don't pull my weight? She's a freeloader in our own home. A black hole of negativity.
I honestly don't know what to say. And you shouldn't have to endure this. Leave it to me. I'll make her understand. Let me handle this.
Handle it? How many times have we gone down this road, Braden? Nothing changes. You talk, she ignores, and I suffer. Have you even spoken to her about her behavior recently? Because I haven't seen any change.
Look, I will talk to her again, but I can't force her to change. Maybe the job search? March was stressful. She's lashing out, but she's not a bad person. Just overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed? I changed jobs recently too, remember? Stress doesn't excuse her cruelty. And are you seriously trying to defend the way she treats your wife? What kind of job search has to do with calling me a freeloader? She knows I work from home. You've told her, right?
Of course I haven't told her. That I don't work too. I didn't say anything like that.
Are you kidding me, Braden? We talked about this. You promised you'd talk to her and be honest.
But she's my sister, the little one. I can't let her know the truth. It would break her.
So your pride takes precedence over my sanity? That's why you tiptoe around her? To protect your fragile image? Is this why you refuse to set boundaries?
Anne, come on. I can't be strict here. I still want her approval. It's not like Mom and Dad will welcome her back with open arms. You know that.
Right, because they couldn't handle her either. But I should, is that it? You're content leaving me to shoulder this burden? I've considered moving back in with them, you know.
Wait, what? No! Don't even think about it. Who'll take care of things if you're gone?
Then you have one last chance, Braden. Talk to your sister and make her understand. Convince her to never speak to me like that again. This is your ultimatum. Fix it or I walk. The choice is yours.
Okay, yes, I understand. I'll talk to her. This ends now. I promise.
This is your last chance, Braden. Don't make me regret my loyalty.
What in the heck is this squash doing in my lunch today? Huh? Are you serious? You must seriously be trying to starve me or something. I hate squash. Why are you trying to feed it to me?
What do you mean? I thought you liked it when we went to that sushi restaurant and they had the squash tempura. You seemed to really like it, remember? I remember you saying you thought it was tasty.
I'm sorry, but did you bread and deep fry this squash? No, you didn't. It's just nasty, boiled, squishy squash. Why do you think I would ever want to eat this?
Well, I guess I just thought that you might have liked it in any form.
Honestly, you are so useless. Why don't you know what I like and don't like yet? What's your problem, huh? I would have thought you'd have learned by now, but you haven't seemed to have gotten it at all.
Sophia, I think that you and I talked about this not that long ago, right? If you're worried about getting food that you won't like in your lunches, then you should go ahead and make your own lunches. I'm not your mom, and this isn't a hotel, okay?
Oh, I know you're not her. At least she could cook. But once again, you're getting your place because you're nothing but a lousy, no-good freeloader. And if you think that I'm going to sit here and take that kind of take from a parasite like you, you've got another thing coming. Why don't you just leave Braden and me alone already? If you're going to be so useless, there's no point in us keeping you around at all anyway.
Excuse me? Are you serious? Do you think that's any way to talk to me?
Listen, I am the sister of your husband. Got it? That means it's your job to learn what I do like and what I don't like. It is really that simple. Also, you should know that I already reached out to talk to your parents earlier. I told them how useless you were at home and what a lousy wife and sister-in-law you are. I asked them if this is the kind of person that they raise.
Wait, hold on right there. Did you seriously call my parents and talk to them, Sophia?
Of course I did. And I let them know all about what a lousy person you were in every single way. I also made sure to let them know that you're nothing but a parasite in this house, living off the work of your poor husband. I asked them to tell me how they raised you that you turned out like this.
I don't believe this. Honestly, just who do you think you are? You have some nerve calling my parents to talk to them to say that kind of crap.
Well, I think that your parents were glad to know the kind of person their daughter had become. They were crying so hard and apologizing to me over and over again. They told me to tell you that you were welcome to get back there at any time. You see, we don't want you here. And your parents gave you an open invitation. So just leave already. I don't need a useless little worm like you in the house anymore.
Excuse me? What did you just call me? Seriously, what's your problem?
Just having to see your stupid face around the house every day is enough to seriously piss me off. You have no idea how hard I work every day trying to find a job. And yet you just rub your easy, cushy life in my face every single day. I can't stand having to live in the same house with you. Just knowing that we breathe the same air is enough to drive me crazy.
I get that you're stressed about finding a job, but this is much more about taking out your stress on someone else. You know you're looking for someone to bully when you choose me without even knowing anything about me.
Excuse me? Is the little tapeworm trying to get all uppity again? Did you really forget your place again? I want you out of here. Out. All you do is eat our food and take up space. I wish my brother would just divorce you already. You aren't worthy of living with him.
All right, then fine. If that's how you want it, I guess I'll just stop paying your tuition then.
What do you mean? You don't pay my tuition.
I also talked to my parents, and my mom said that she would be more than happy if I went to live with them, so I might just move out tonight.
Hold on. Seriously, what are you talking about? Why did you bring up my tuition? What does my going to college have to do with this at all? I mean, my parents pay my tuition, so I have no clue what you're on about.
They did for the first year of your degree. Yeah, but after that, your dad ended up losing most of his savings and wasn't able to continue supporting me. I mean, why do you think he asked you not to live in the dorms after your first year?
Hold on. What are you saying? Why do you think my dad lost all of this money?
Well, since I'm about to leave, I guess I could finally spill all the beans to you. Your dad wanted to keep this from you, but he actually lost all of his money in an investment scam. After that, there was no way he could afford to keep sending you to school, so he came to me and asked if I could do anything to help take care of the situation.
Hold on. No way. That can't be right. You're not serious, are you? My dad got scammed, and I had no idea about it? That's why he suggested that I move in with Braden? I thought he suggested it because it was really close to campus. Besides, Braden was the one who invited me to come and live with you guys.
That was all just a farce so that you wouldn't suspect anything was actually wrong. But you know, for being a college student, you were kind of slow to notice this.
It was all a farce? This has to be some kind of joke.
That's right. I mean, we basically live a short bus ride away from your campus. Your dad didn't suggest that you move back home because we were already having enough financial trouble. But he also wanted to ensure that you didn't find out what had happened. So he planned with Braden to convince you to move in with us.
I don't believe this. They all lied to me, and I had no idea about it all.
I was against it, of course, although you probably could have guessed that. I also guessed that once you found out it might upset you, and that it would have been better to just be honest about things. But Braden said that as your older brother and eldest child, it was his job to do this. I said okay, and then you moved in. I was hoping that things would be fine after that, but you got it in your head that I was some kind of freeloader here, despite explaining to you over and over again that I work from home. In fact, for your information, I pay for everything in this house.
You pay for everything? What do you mean by that? That can't be right. Braden pays for everything and you do nothing.
That just isn't true. The truth is I pay for your school. I pay for our food. I pay for the roofs over our head. It all comes out of my salary. And just so you know, I make $300,000 a year.
What? You make that much money? And that can't be. That's a huge amount of money. How can you make $300,000 a year? You've got to be lying to me. There's no way that a job you can do from home can pay that much.
Well, it's the truth, not to toot my own horn, but I make bank.
Wait a second. I got it. I know what's going on now. You've got to be a streamer, right? That's why you have that big computer, the lights, the camera, and that's why you were playing games from so early in the morning.
Oh, so close yet so far. No, I'm not a streamer. I'm actually a programmer.
You're a programmer? As in, like, a computer programmer?
That's right, a computer programmer. And it wasn't long after Braden and I got married that I was offered this amazing job from a famous video game company and took it. Although because this company is based overseas, there is a time difference. I end up having to wake up early to work. I imagine the times you were watching me play video games were the times that I was actually testing them. I programmed some games, and I do quality checks on games that others have made.
And this foreign company is willing to pay you $300,000 a year for that kind of work? Work that you don't even show up at an office to? Of all the jobs I was looking at, the highest salary I could get coming in was just $2,000 a month.
And here you thought I was just doing whatever I wanted all day long at home? I tried telling you that I had a full-time job, but you just wouldn't listen.
But I still don't get it. That can't be. I mean, I understand that you have a job and that you make money. But I still don't get why it was you that was paying my college tuition. I mean, if my dad couldn't afford to pay it, then why would it fall on Braden to pay it?
Oh, right. Good question. I almost forgot to tell you. I actually have another surprise for you. The truth is Braden is unemployed. He has been for a while now.
Wait, my older brother doesn't have a job and hasn't for some time? What do you mean by that?
You summarized it pretty neatly there, actually, but yeah, I think this year is 3 of him not working. I think he gave up looking after the first year, though. So when your dad came to us for help, I was the only one with income.
What? This isn't making any sense. I mean, how could my brother not have a job for 3 years? That means he didn't even have one when I moved in here.
That's right, and it was before your father got scammed. He's been out of a job for a long time.
I don't believe this. This is too much to take in all at once. This is just crazy.
I know your brother really is quite a piece of work, isn't he? He keeps going on and on about his job as the oldest brother, the eldest son, whoever else to protect his family. But he doesn't actually contribute anything. Oh, and by the way, your brother actually fell for the same scam your father did.
You mean to tell me that both my older brother and my father fell for the exact same scam?
Apparently your dad did see some returns the first time, so he invited Braden to invest with him. And that's when the scammer decided to strike. It's actually quite smart if you think about it. Let someone think they're making money so that they invite others to invest. And when you have several people's money, then you take it all. I guess neither of them would have thought anything suspicious of it, because they practically went in with all their savings. For Braden, that means the last of his savings, and he's been living off of since he quit his job.
This can't be true. Please tell me this is all some kind of giant joke or something. No way this is happening. So then, not only is my brother jobless, but he's also penniless?
That's right. Although he told me about the scam after we already agreed to take you in. I remember not knowing what to think at all when he sat me down that night and explained everything that I'd be paying for. I remember being in shock and calling his parents to see if it was true. That's when I found out it all was.
That's just terrible. How could he do that to you? Not just my brother. How could my family put you in a position like that?
It was very hard on me. But it was even harder knowing that I was doing everything for your family, that you would be at home always insulting me.
But no, this is all just one big misunderstanding. You don't get it.
So I guess you finally understand the kind of stress that I've been dealing with ever since the day we took you in, right?
But I didn't have any idea of what was going on. Please don't be like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not know for the past few years I was fitting all your tuition for you without so much as a thank you from anyone? And while I was doing that for you, you were screaming at me and harassing me, telling me to divorce your brother and get out of the house. Well, now I'm afraid you'll have no choice but to leave. It's just too bad that you had to kick me out before I could finish paying for everything.
Oh no! What should I do? I still have a whole year of schooling to pay for. But now I know that neither my dad nor my brother have any savings or jobs or anything left to their names.
Yeah, that's basically what it sounds like, but anyway, it sounds to me like you have some serious chats to do with your family. Now, given the time of day, I would guess that all of them are probably at the casino gambling away what little they do have as we speak.
Wait, why would they be gambling? I don't get it. Aren't they not even supposed to have any jobs?
That's right. At first, they were all telling me that they were going out looking for work, but it wasn't long before I found out the truth. Apparently, no one wants to take a job that paid less than their old job did. That, or they would work at some huge corporation and wouldn't settle for anything they considered too small. Instead, they thought they could turn their fortunes around by gambling.
So even my dad was stupid enough to act this way. I just don't even know what to say. This is so ridiculous.
I know it's hard to believe, but you can go and check this all out for yourself. Anyway, I'm going to start packing things so I can move out.
What's the matter with you? Why do you tell me everything? Don't you realize what you've done? She just burst into the casino and started yelling at us and caused a whole scene. She was crying and kept crying until my parents were.
And just what's wrong with me telling the truth to her, huh? You were the one who broke your promise to me. I told you to talk to Sophia and tell her not to call me a leech anymore. That was all you had to do. You were so worried about your pride that you couldn't even do that.
What kind of way is that to talk to your husband? Seriously, just who do you think you are? You get back home and apologize to me right this instant. I'm serious. You think that just because you make a little money that you can treat people this way?
Oh no, I'm so sorry, but I've actually already left the house and I don't plan on coming back anytime soon either. You can wait for me there as long as you like, but I won't be around.
What are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
By the way, I left the divorce papers on the living room table, so if you could sign those for me, that would be great.
Hold on a second. What are you saying? You can't be serious, right? I mean, you want a divorce? That can't be right.
Well, wow, thank goodness I make $300,000 a year. Think I care if I lose you as a husband? Of course I can lose you. So just sign them already.
Wait, no, please just don't do this to me. I couldn't handle that. Please, let's just talk this out. I know that we can make this work. I can change. I promise. Please change your minds.
Anne, are you there? Please answer me. I really need to talk to you right now. I just really want you to come back. Please, my school is threatening to kick me out. You have to come back and pay for my school. Please don't make me leave. You can still get me out of this mess. There's still time.
Is it really such a big deal? I mean, you only have one more year of tuition left to pay. Surely you could afford to pay at least that much, right? What is it, $3,000? Surely there will be a bank willing to loan you that much.
But I don't want a loan from the bank. I mean, I will never be able to pay off the interest on that. There is no way that I could try and take a loan for that much. And since my dad and brother are broke, it isn't like I can turn to family to try and get that kind of money. I don't know what to do. If I really want to take out that kind of money, I'll probably have to turn to a loan shark or something like that. Please, you have to loan me the money. I'm begging you.
You gotta be kidding me. Are you being serious right now? Do you think that I would give you that kind of money or ever want to help you after the way you treated me? You've got some serious growing up to do, you know that? Besides, there's plenty of places that would lend you that much money, no doubt.
But I already tried asking around for a place to lend me that much. And I was rejected every single time.
Wait, what? You were rejected for a loan like that to finish your studies? But why? Did something happen?
Well, apparently my mom took out several credit cards in my name and maxed out every single one. So it's all thanks to her that I won't be able to get a loan from anywhere, no matter how hard I try. I've basically been blacklisted.
Wow. Well, that's just horrible, isn't it? There was a time when I thought your mom might actually be the one in your family who wasn't quite bad, but she might have actually been the worst member of your family. There isn't a single person you could trust in your family, is there?
But now you understand the awful hand that I've been dealt, right? You have to do something to help me. You can't just leave me like this. None of this was really my fault. I didn't know anything. So you have to forgive me. Please, you're the only one who can help me. I don't have anywhere else I can turn to, as you can see.
Look, you can try and beg and plead with me all you want, but the fact is Braden and I are divorced. I mean, we're not even sister-in-laws anymore. The fact is that you're nothing to me, and I have no reason to help you.
I don't get it. You can't be serious, right? Please don't be like this. I really need your help. You're all that I have left. I mean, we lived together for 3 whole years. We're friends, aren't we? Isn't that worth anything?
You know, In those whole 3 years, for every one of those 1,095 days, I can't think of a single memory that I have with you.
Please, I didn't mean any of it. I didn't know you can't treat me like this. I am so close to graduating.
I already told you that I wouldn't help you. That's final. Just be thankful that you still have your family. I'm sure all of you can work together and figure something out. After that, I returned living with my family and I was able to really focus on my career. A while after I moved back in, my parents told me about the call that they'd gotten from Sophia. They just couldn't believe that that was the girl that I'd lived with for 3 years. When they got that call, they felt so bad for me and couldn't wait for me to move back in with them. Apparently they were so worried about me that they were moved to tears. The last time I heard about Sophia, she had apparently taken a year off to raise money in order to pay for the school and finish her degree. But try as she might, she was never able to make enough to pay for her school, her family's debts, and the credit cards taken out in her name. She was never able to return to school, so I heard. I also heard that after I left, things went much worse for her family. Braden blamed his parents for his divorce, and they in turn blamed him for not having better control over his wife. The nightly fights grew so loud that all the neighborhood could hear them. They also only spent more and more time at the casino. Then they would fight, then would run off to the casino when they got worn out.